Okay, so that is the end of the section. What I intend to do is, I also want you to see the other big move in the company, which is towards technology, AI, and building a brand new mutual fund platform. The reason we are talking about this is that this platform will be significantly more efficient, significantly more productivity accretive, will have significant impact on cost structures over a period of time. I'll call Sumendu in a bit, but before that, I must say that when we signed up with Google and when we started building this entire new platform, we were aiming at efficiency of various kinds in the base. Slowly, we have seen that there are products which we will be able to expose to the markets, we will be able to sell. Now again, do they become 5 crore products or 20 crore revenue products? Too early for me to say. But what I'm very happy about is that this culture of building new things out, solving problems natively, and then finding very real, tangible commercial aspects of the entire thing, that's becoming cultural. I'm asking Karthik to join me. I want to show you CAMS Lens. Karthik? I want to show you CAMS Lens and what CAMS Lens does. Effectively, all of you either write about regulated entities, or you write about regulated entities, or you work in a regulated entity. Inside a regulated entity, the cost of regulation, the cost of compliance, the cost of audit, the cost of looking good, the cost of not having to pay penalties, fines, not getting strictured, is high in India. So when we started building CAMS Lens 2 years back, it was purely an internal initiative. We were not thinking of doing anything with the markets. We just wanted to make the process of understanding regulatory websites, reading them, finding what is new, taking that new finding into a format like writing a nice summary of it, spreading it to our employees and perhaps to our mutual fund clients so that they understand, and then turning that into employee quizzes, FAQs, and a summary of how the implementation will happen. Those were core objectives. We have literally hundreds of people who are doing this. We tried this for 1 year, and we built it on a very large, celebrated large language model. And then after about trying for a year, we discovered that it's difficult to build it on an LLM. Why is it difficult? Because the LLM is trying to do many things. It is trying to give you the latest recipes. It is trying to teach you swimming. It is also trying to tell you what are the recent KYC or KRA norms in India. So the LLM is not designed to do this kind of work. They cannot scrape websites every day. They do not have the context. So the word, take any word, take a word like nomination, could mean a nomination to an election, could mean nomination to parliament, could mean nomination to a municipal body. But in the Indian mutual fund context or in the Indian capital markets context, nomination means that if the primary holder is not live, then somebody else will take his place and be able to get the shares or the mutual fund units. And that contexting we had to do. We realized this. So the first 1 year, we tried various things, it didn't work. And then we said we will do it. We represent industry expertise, hundreds of SMEs inside CAMS. So we fully contexted it. And what I'm doing is I'm asking Karthik to log in as me. Yeah? So can you log in? Can you see the number over there? The 81,191. On the regulator's website, this is the total number of documents ever inserted by them from day one. The regulator may have been set up 30 years back or 35 years back, but we've covered every document. What is the 22 next to it? The 22 shows that from the last time I'd logged in, I may have logged in yesterday or 2 or 3 days back, I have 22 new things that did not exist. They've just come in. So we have a count almost by the hour. So you see, the document counts are completely uniquely counted, uniquely represented. What I have not seen earlier, it shows you that. And I'm logged in as, so it says I'm logged in as the CEO of a mutual fund or in the asset management category, but I could be logged in as various other people. I could be logged in as the chief risk officer of an AIF, it'll show you different results. I could be logged in as the CEO of an RIA, it'll show you very different results. This entire structure is split into entities. Can you go to entities? So there you see, it shows you what are the entities. The entire SEBI structure has 25 kind of entities. What are they? You could be an MF, a stock exchange, a depository, an AIF, you could be a PMS, you could be an RIA. Those categories are clear. Each one of them are covered. So it shows you these 3 and 22 more. You want to click on that 22 more? So you can see that this is the superset. So each one of those 81,000 documents, we are testing, is it relevant to the first type of entity, or the second, or the third, all three, all the 25, and we will tag it to them so that when they log in, when any subscriber logs in, he can see the superset. Just go back to the main view. He can then see whatever position or official position he is logging in as, that the documents which are relevant to him can be seen by him, are tagged to his name and position. And this is a dynamic activity that we do every day. Aside from the entities, which is one way to classify this entire thing, just go to categories. Okay, so what are categories? Categories is a type of document. Those 82,000 documents, what document types are they? So again, you can see a document can be a circular. It can be a press release. It can be a master circular. It can be a corrigendum. It could be a punitive notice. It could be an ex parte settlement. So there are 97 kind of documents. Did I get the number right? There are 97 kind of documents. So when you think of this entire superstructure, 25 kind of entities, 97 kind of documents, various profiles in which you can exist, everyone in this room, and for the companies that you work for, and many others, including FPIs who sit in other lands. This almost direct correlation is very evident. And then go to the last thing, which is categories. Categories is subjects. Is subjects or topics. So which means that when I started thinking about what I'll speak today, unfortunately couldn't spend too much time on it. I was asking Somendu and Karthik, what are the current topics? So nomination, transmission, stress testing of assets. And we came across this entire thing on NRI KYC or KYC, which you know is a very common topic in India. So there are over 1,000 topics. So when you start thinking about this, 25 kind of entities, AIFs, PMSs, MFs, depositories, depository participants, brokers, almost 100 kind of documents, including circulars, master circulars, corrigendums, addendums, all of those press notices, and over 1,000 topics, all exactly fitting into your profile. Exactly fitting into your profile. So today, what is the cost of regulation? Each one of you, wherever you work, have a department like this. Have people inside who are trying to read these things. This effort is being done by thousands of entities inside India. This is one regulator. Go to KYC. So what excites me most is those counters when the counters roll, because it is doing some thinking and telling you exactly what's happening. So you see all the KYC related documents as an MF guy, because it's showing me as an asset manager CEO. If you are, let's say, in Gift City, and by the time we cover Gift City, you'll see something very differently. It shows you the top 15 circulars. So you can read anything. It is sorted by date. Should we click this or should we go to the summary? So let's go to the summary. Now, when you do something like this, let's imagine that this is your morning regimen. You come to office and you do this. You don't have 30 minutes to grapple with all this. So we are giving you, already we're giving to the internal guys, a short summary, a 400 to 500 word thing that you can read in 2 or 3 minutes. So if something has come related to NRI KYC, and you are expecting a call, you are a CEO and expecting a call from the audit committee chairman, or from the regulators, or someone on the board, or you are a head of compliance, you are expecting a call from the CEO, you will read this 3-minute compendium, go down, and the short summary will tell you everything there has to be learned, but in a very short bullet. If you have more time, go to the long summary. You have a long summary, which is 1,000 to 1,500 words, like 2x the size of the short summary. So again, for anyone who wants to take these things, you can do this while you're in the elevator, you're inside the car, you can do it whenever you want on the fly. This will be available to you, so you know all the documents, you know the categories, you know what applies to you, you know the topics, you know what is new in that topic. You can read the summaries. Go to compliance. But what does it do? If you're a compliance officer, what does it do? What do you need to comply with? What is the next act? An OTP-based nomination gets replaced, and it is displaced by a face matching with a video. You have to put a video and say that, look, I don't want to nominate anyone to my new MF folio. So this section tells you exactly what has to be done. What is the business impact? How will the testing change? How will the reporting change? It will tell you all of this. And if you're working for a large company which interacts with distributors and brokers and intermediaries and advisors and employees, you want to test them. You want to make sure that if you have 1,000 employees, if 1,000 of them need to know the topic, today that testing is a very fragmented, tough to control thing. Do you want to click on a test? This will give you a quiz, an online quiz, a self-certifying quiz. We have standards that questions will not repeat. And you can take a quiz on the fly and get yourself to score. So the amount of productivity this will unleash, our vision 2 years back was that we'll do it for ourselves. And then we saw interest and more interest and more interest and more interest, and therefore we've built this out. I wanted to show this to you myself, although I'll defer everything else to Somendu on the React side, because I'm just very closely involved with this topic, and I think for the industry as a whole, for the country, when I read a lot of reports by these foreign banks saying low cost of compliance in India is so high, margins are wafer thin, prices are so low, we don't want to work here, right? Every third foreign bank which quits the country states that. And we had always thought that yes, it is. I never worked in a regulated segment before I came to CAMS. I had always done unregulated stuff. I could begin to appreciate this when I came in, the humongous amount of effort it takes. And we have simplified it. We've learned our lessons, by the way. It's not been easy. It's not done in one day. You cannot do it in a day or a month, or even a year is not going to be easy. But building it on top of an LLM, and we are not doing that here because I don't think this meeting is the right place. But what I normally do is that I will take a question from anyone. Let's say I take a question from Devesh, and we'll show you the answer that this device gives. And then you have some form of AI running on your phone, and you can find the answer on your phone. And these are asymmetrical answers. You know why? Because that fellow has not gone last night and read all the circulars and interpreted them the way we've interpreted. So I'll stop here. I'll ask Sumendu to come in and kind of take you through the rest of React. But there are many such exciting things coming forward, so I want to do a recap of last year, and then we will continue with all of this. I will come back. Thank you very much.